Love tips for the month of February, which are actually going to help your health, your heart, and your hormones. So let's talk about this. Dawn, your natural hormone balancing specialist, always giving women advice to how to balance the hormones when they live a balanced life. So the first one for mature love, and this just is my opinion from a 26-year relationship and a 7.5-year relationship, and the lessons I've learned is you need to know and understand. They're the first two. There's going to be 6 of them, 2 in each of the videos. So know and understand. How could you really love someone unless you know and understand them, right? But what is knowing somebody? Well, if you're dating, I mean, please wait at least 3 to 4 months before you get really serious, because psychologists say that it takes about 4 months for somebody to really come out of their shell, meaning if they're hiding an anger problem or something like that, 3 or 4 months, you're going to do something that's going to annoy them and it's going to come out. And then, hey, I got a guy here with an anger problem. So that's the kind of like the magic sweet spot. But let's say you're in a relationship. I've been married for years, you say. Well, do you really know? Take some time, do a date night, and do you know about your spouse's childhood? Do you know about what turns him on? That's a whole fun conversation. Do you know about his secret fears? Ask these questions because it creates more intimacy. And we know that any type of love and touching and cuddling and sexuality, all that increases oxytocin, which is the hormone for love, and it causes vasodilation, and it's also good for the heart, the cells, everything. So all this stuff does come back to the heart and the hormones. So getting to know them, you have to have a foundation of really knowing who you're with. That's why sometimes the online dating, people put up facades and things like that. You don't really know who they are. But let's say you feel like you really know this person, the good, the bad, the ugly, the warts and all, right? But do you really understand where that's coming from, right? So there might be some things that you don't really like about them and things you do like about them, but I think it's really important to understand where it's coming from. And that's, again, the understanding is the second part of knowing to really go into a mature love. So let's say your partner is annoyingly early all the time. I mean, you're like on time or a little bit late, but he's like always early. And it's like really a bone ache day. He's like, hurry up, honey. And you're like, I'm finishing my mascara. Chill out. But he wants to be there early. Now, that sounds like a pretty good trait, but it could be annoying. But if you understood why, maybe as a child, his teacher would slap him with the ruler if he was late to class, or his mom would punish him severely if he was late when she called him in from playing. And he has a real fear of being late. Or as he got older, he was always early and he got a lot of accolades and attention for that. Like, oh, we appreciate you early. Because when you are late, it does show. And I struggle with this a little bit too. I'm usually right on time. But when you're late, it kind of shows disrespect for other people. So being on time or early shows respect. He might not be doing it for that reason. It doesn't matter, but it's a good thing. But for him, he's doing it because there are these severe consequences that are still in his head. Now, that's something for him to work on. But getting to know him and understanding that's why he does it, maybe you won't be so mad next time when he's calling you because you're both going to meet, some new friends of yours or going out, and you won't be as annoyed because you understand where that's coming from. So that's what I'm saying. Getting to really know somebody new, ask lots of questions. When I start dating again, I'm going to have a list of questions. So doing that, giving enough time, but even your current partner that you've been with for a while, say, let's have a date night and pretend, get to know each other again and have different things, especially for your sex life, because asking what turns you on might involve some new things in the bedroom, which can be kind of cool. Men don't usually want to bring up those things, but if women ask, they love it. They'll say, oh, I'll give you a couple things. So again, even in a long-term relationship, and then once you know them and there's things that you really like about them, but especially things you don't like, if you understand why, something to do with their childhood or something to do with a past experience of good or bad, is going to help you understand that better. So then we'll move into some other tips in the next video, but for mature love, knowing and really trying to understand your partner is important. Anytime you work on your love life, self-love or loving your partner is going to help increase your good hormones and lower the bad hormones and get you more back in balance. So at Be Balanced, we take the guesswork out of weight loss, wellness, love, health, all those things, because it's all about the lifestyle that you lead. A balanced lifestyle is going to balance your hormones, and that's going to balance your heart. So check us out at BeBalanceCenters.com and watch for some more tips.